Hello everyone, welcome to this video. So this is actually a supplementary discussion on the first lesson that we have on this EDUC 13, which is teaching profession. And in this video, we're gonna learn about philosophy of education. Alright, so I'll be mentioning four things or four major concepts in this video to summarize or to wrap this whole things up for this lesson. Okay, so the first thing that I'll be mentioning is to know what is meant by philosophy of education. Okay, so here it is. Philosophy of education may be defined as an application of fundamental principle of life to the world of education. So, since you'll becoming a teacher, you must have a clear understanding of your strong belief, or should I say, as a teacher, one should have philosophy of education. Why? Because philosophy is a strong belief that is translated into action. In other words, philosophy will guide you on what you teach, how you teach, and why you teach, among others. Alright? Okay, so number two is the function of educational philosophy. Alright, so philosophy of education performs four various forms of functions. And the first function is determining the aspects of education. Alright, so in this function of educational philosophy, it actually includes the aims of education, and of course, the curriculum. What else? The methods of teaching, the discipline, teachers and students, and of course the administration. So the second function is harmonizing old and new traditions in the field of education. Alright, so in the process of social development, the old tradition become outdated for the people and they are replaced by the new ones. However, this process of replacement is not always smooth. Faced with lots of opposition from certain orthodox section of the society. And it must be kept in mind that every old is not outdated and every new is not perfect. Therefore, there is a need of co-coordinating the two in order to maintain the harmony between both. Alright? So let's now proceed to the third function of educational philosophy, which is providing the educational planners, administrators, and educators with a progressive vision to achieve educational development. Okay. In this function of educational philosophy, it is clearly understand that philosophy of education provides the educational planners, administrators, and educators with the right vision to achieve or which guides them to attain the educational goals efficiently. Alright? Now, the last function of educational philosophy is preparing the young generation to face the challenges of the modern time. Okay, so we should really understand that society is not static, right? It actually changes its value, customs, traditions, cultures, etc. from time to time. So the philosophy of education is a guiding, steering, and liberating force that helps young people to and society at large to face the challenges of the modern time. It also helps the individuals to understand between his goal and his day-to-day routine work and develop critical attitudes towards life in diverse society. Alright, so those are the four various functions of educational philosophy that performs. Okay, so where are we? Number three, or the third major concepts on this lesson is the fair use of philosophy of education. So, copyright law provides the principle commonly called as fair use, that the reproduction of copyright works for certain limited educational purposes does not constitute copyright infringement, knowing that fair use is designed to ensure that the rights of copyright holders are properly balanced with the First Amendment's freedom of expression and with the need to use the copyright content for progress within society. And fair use can be applied under certain conditions and is determined on a case-by-case basis. Alright, so number four, or the fourth thing that I'll be mentioning to complete the major concepts in this lesson is my philosophy of education. And since I will be becoming a future young educator, my philosophy is a student-centered. I believe that every student is different with an individual way of learning and their own set of needs and gifts that are brought to my classroom. So as teacher, of course, it is my responsibility to expound on their gifts and provide an environment that will foster maximum learning and meet each child's individual's needs. Alright, so with all those things being said, now I think it is my turn to ask you a simple question. What is your philosophy of education? Alright, so I think that's all for this video. I hope you had learned something from it. So I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.